So Sonia, Citron has a welcome to the W moment, and Yvonne, Ejim gets waived by the fever. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so at the notification bell when you do, so you get notified of our next video. And join us for Kit and Clark's crossover. That's tonight. It's Thursday, 5:30 to 6:30. Sometimes we go a little longer. Rich Ladd is our guest tonight, along with Rob will be there. And Monday nights from 6 to 7, we have various guests. It's like sports reporters type forum with guest podcasters. It's part of our live show. It's Eastern time, except for major holidays. So, Rob, I'm going to show you this. This is a Sonia Citron, who's probably the third best rookie. And she's hopefully, maybe, she could be better than that. But she was a third pick at least out of the draft. And people really like how she looked in the first game. She didn't look quite as great in the second game. And she did get a wake-up moment. I guess they call it the welcome to the W moment. All right, so here's the play. So this is Sonia Citron playing against Atlanta Dream and this is the play it developed.
Oh.
That looked like Sonny Liston, Rob.
That was Sonia Liston and Jack Dempsey. Those guys would all would have liked that.
That looked like Mike Tyson knocked somebody out, or George Foreman, if you want to even harder hitters than Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Wow.
She looked like she was out for the count, Rob. But
down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
We know that Caitlin Clark got one of those from Brianna Stewart, blindsided, and she got knocked down. So she got that in her first year. But that was regular season. This was preseason.
Right.
Knocked her out.
Well, Mark, on screens, usually it's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's the person who's guarding the screener's fault. You got to say screen left, screen right, or up screen. So whenever that happened to me, and I got screened, I got knocked down, whatever, I wouldn't get mad at the person who screened me. I would find my player and say, "Why don't you let me know it was a screen? Let me know." I would yell. I'd be right in their face.
Well, it seems like, Rob, it happens so quickly a lot of times that your teammate doesn't always have time to tell you. So some screens develop very quickly, some develop more slowly.
Yeah, but she was kind of just going on her own. Then like Griner came up and gave her a right to the jaw, right to the body there. And
yeah. I guess she'll live. She'll be okay. I have confidence she's going to be a very solid rookie, Rob. Sorry. So in other news, Yvonne Ejim, if I'm pronouncing that right, I don't know. She got waived. No big surprise. She was a third-round pick. Only 1/3 of the players that get drafted make it in the WNBA, and they're almost always first-rounders. And the Fever are a tough team to make because they're a championship contender, and they had other people in the camp that they liked more. So she's gone. The Fever have 12 people. They can only keep 11 until a third of the way through the season. Then they can pick up a 12th player again. I've explained this in several videos. They only have 112,000 left, 69,000 minimum. They're going to have to pay somebody, which is probably going to be Michaela Timpson, almost for sure. And then I don't think they're going to waive Brianna Turner, which means Jaylen Brown is gone. But they could surprise us, and they could waive Brianna Turner because she does not have a protected, guaranteed contract, Rob.
I think she's the odd person out, Mark, unfortunately.
Who? Brandon Turner?
Turner. She's gonna probably be the one out. They have to keep Colson. They need
No, I know. I think Colson's in. I think Timpson's in. You're telling me they're going to keep Jaylen Brown over Brianna Turner, who has established herself as an excellent defensive player in the league, and she's 28 in her prime, and they went out of her way to sign her. So that seems unlikely to me, but it could happen. Jaylen Brown hasn't shown enough to me that say, all right, we got to have her. I don't think anyone's going to pick up Jaylen Brown if they waive her for 10 games and then pick her up again. Someone may pick up Brianna Turner. She's been all defensive team. So I still think it's going to be Jaylen Brown that gets waived. And then they're going to pick her up probably a third of the way through the season in case they need depth. Or they may just wait to see if someone's injured, Rob, and then decide whether they need a forward or a guard.
Well, there's so many players are going to be to pick from after this breakdown.
Right.
So I mean, you can pick up somebody else from another team, whatever you might like. So
maybe Celeste Taylor gets waived, Rob, and they can pick her up again. I don't think Grace Berger's getting waived. The Minnesota Lynx coach,
well.
Reeve, spoke highly of her, and they just made 4 cuts on their team, and she wasn't cut. Mm-hmm. So I think she's making the team. I don't think she's starting, but she's going to make the team, and it's good for her, Rob. Yes. Again, I know people are upset that she's as good as Colson and younger, but she was never going to get playing time for like the next 12 years because she's only a year older than Caitlin Clark, and I don't know if I'd be happy with that if I was her. Caitlin Clark is going to get more playing time than any other point guard in the league probably for the next 12 years, if you look at it that way. So if you want, the worst position you could have as a backup point guard is with the Indiana Fever, because you're going to get the fewest amount of meaningful minutes. And if you're a young player, you're never going to develop. Sydney Colson doesn't need to develop. She just needs to play well. I don't think she played that great in either preseason game, but she played okay in the second game. So I don't think she would have ever been happy with the Fever, and I think they did her a favor by allowing her to get more playing time with another team.
Unless your mindset, it's almost like with college. If you go into a college that has a really good program, and you think you're going to be playing more, that's why you see this transfer portal thing, because you're not going to be the best person on the team. So you're playing, unless you already know, hey, I'll be on the team, I'll play my 2-3 minutes, and you're satisfied with that, then that's cool. But if you're not, then you shouldn't be not going to be making it on the Fever.
Yeah, I think Grace Berger is a good player and is going to make it in this league. And she can probably play the 1 or the 2, which is a good reason to keep her. But at the same time, they have plenty of players on the team right now, like Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall, that can play the 2. So they didn't really need her to do that either. So if you're a Grace Berger fan, I understand where you're coming from, but I understand also where the Fever were coming from. And they probably did her a favor. So anyways, we'll see what happens with the final cut. Let us know who you think down below is going to be cut. It looks like it's either going to be Jaylen Brown or Brianna Turner. It doesn't look like it's going to be Michaela Timpson, the way the staff talks about her and how she looked in the 2 preseason games. And her upside seems to be really big, because I heard that she started late, the way Stephanie White had a quote about her. So she started playing basketball late. So she seems like she's got a lot of potential. So let us know what you think down below. If you like this video, share it with your family, friends, or acquaintances. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, what are you waiting for? Uncle Sam needs you, and so do we. We're trying to get to 7,000 subscribers, and we need your help. Hit the notification bell when you do, so you get notified of our next video. And if you want, you can donate to this channel with super chats and super thanks and a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.